Good morning, everybody. My name is Paul Smith from Paul Helps People, and I'd like to introduce you to both of my companies and to explain to you what's been happening over the last few years since we've had COVID and lockdown and so forth. Back in 1983, I joined my late parents' travel business and enjoyed a fantastic experience of getting to know uh, people, getting to know different things about helping people and booking their travel requirements around the world. In 2007, I got introduced to the utility warehouse as a customer. And at that time, I was saved some £600 a year on my bills, which was fantastic. I then also got introduced to the option of becoming a distributor, which at the time was quite interesting because I could see travel changing in so much as people were doing it themselves, were only coming to me when they had a problem or they'd made a mistake. And so therefore I decided to add a secondary income stream, which I duly did by helping people save money, make money on their utility bills. It was that simple. Nothing prepared me, and I say me, nothing prepared anybody for what was going to happen a few years later when we got COVID and lockdown. The travel industry, amongst many others, was decimated overnight. I lost every single one of my clients of the travel side, and my healthy bank account went from hero to zero overnight. We had to refund people's money. It was a nightmare, as you can imagine, and I am so glad that I had the secondary income to fall back on with Utility Warehouse. And to be honest with you, that's why I ramped it up to the position it is in today, and I want to continue doing that. Just to give you a bit of reality, in the 2 years of lockdown, my commission statement from travel was £21.60 for 2 years. And as you can imagine, that's not even going to do a shop for a week. In my case, it probably wouldn't even done a shop for a day when I was a little more elaborate with the things I used to eat. So I was really grateful of having a secondary income, which for those network marketing professionals will realize that that also included residual income. I've had to diversify. Yes, the travel is coming back, which is fantastic, but I'm realistic enough to realize that travel may not ever be the same again, simply because, and without me sounding to be pessimistic, COVID or its equivalent or anything could come back and bite us again, sadly. Whereas everybody uses energy, however that may be, and that is a very big bone of contention at the moment with the eco-friendliness, the usage of energy, where it comes from, how it's obtained, etc. So I'm proud to have both sides of my business. I will never give up with travel. That was born about by my late parents, and it would be totally and utterly wrong for me to forget my roots. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here today. But that's for a different story. However, what I do know is that the travel will always be in my bones. So I have developed it into a slightly more niche uh, product. I don't want people who want to go to the Maldives for 2 weeks on a five-star all-inclusive holiday, business class for £1.50 or €2, in other words. They really are not my kind of client. They don't have a realistic budget, and to be perfectly honest with you, an online travel agency and doing it themselves is what they're best with. because I cannot and will not even contemplate trying to deal with them. And we all know that because we all get time wasters in our life, and business purposes, you have to weed them out. What I offer is a personal service that is there when people need me. Whether they want to take up all the services, that's absolutely fine. But I try and help people around the world, and I do have clients as far as Dubai and in the Republic of Ireland and all over the United Kingdom as well, that I help for leisure and corporate travel. The corporate business is growing so that I can help people such as Ilaria to pass me the requirements that they may have for their travel, and I do it all for them. They only speak to me because there is only me. They are treated as a respected client by name, and within reason, I'm around not most of the time. And if not, I will respond to them as quickly as possible. That's personal service. Yes, I could have a website that has all singing and dancing, cooking facilities. It costs money. It's too expensive for me. And to be perfectly honest with you, it does not set me out from the rest. But that's why I prefer to offer a personal service by getting to know the individual, getting to know their requirements, and never to blanket cover one travel trip with another, because everyone is different. Providing you have a realistic budget and you actually want someone to help you, why not pass that hassle and stress to someone else who knows what they're doing? So whether it be for high-end leisure, mid-end leisure, and corporate travel, I'm here to help. With regards to the utilities side, we all know the last several months have been a whirlwind, not for the best of reasons. A year ago, we were paying maybe £1,000 less a year than what we are now. We were told a couple of weeks ago that the annual price cap was going to be set for 2 years here in the UK. Sadly, that's no longer the case. And now it is valid up until April 2023, which is the reason why Utility Warehouse is now the only energy company accepting new clients. Quite a statement, and a very bold one at that, but we've had it advised by our head office, and when customers try and switch to other companies, they can't. The switching services like Money Saving Expert, Money Supermarket, Uswitch, won't actually allow you to switch to another company. Because those big six, the British Gas, the SSE, etc., won't and are not accepting new customers. We are. And we are helping people one by one. We look at each individual's needs, requirements, and what they're currently paying, along with their usage. And because we are human, we will go and talk to them. We will actually look after them wherever they are in the country. So whether it by in person or going to have a conversation by Zoom, that's what we do. And that's what I love. Yesterday, I was helping a client in Richmond who has a big Victorian house. Their energy was £1,100 a month. And yes, £1,100 a month with a well-known company that was going to go up to £2,100 a month on the 1st of October. Lady nearly passed out. To be perfectly honest with you, I'd have passed out at £1,100 a month, but £2,100 she thought was even worse. What she hadn't realised, because her bill was incomprehensible, and even I had to double check, triple check it, was that she was in credit to £2,750 by the supplier, and they were not going to refund it to her. Kim, you'll understand, it's unforgivable and is bad practice. I explained to her that the only way of doing so, if what she wanted to do and our prices were acceptable to her, was to switch to ourselves. We did the switching process yesterday. she's already had an email from her existing provider to say, we're very sorry to see that you are leaving us. How can we be of help? You will get a final bill and any refund is due. How many people will actually have the personal number of their energy advisor? And I know there are a couple in this room that do, but I don't know of a single company that will give out a private number to any of their customers unless they're corporate. I am not perfect, far from it, but what I do offer is a listening ear, and where possible, I will help anybody I can to facilitate a better cost. I'd love to work miracles, we all would, but in realistic terms, I will do what I can and show them the facts. I don't push them. I don't say that we're better than others. I present them with the facts and they can make an informed decision. As you will all know, with the price of everything going up, people are now finding it very hard to make ends meet, if you'll pardon the non-vegan term, and I apologize to those vegetarians and vegans for using the term. But in all sincerity, what's going to happen at Christmas? Do people eat? Do they celebrate? Or do they eat? Simply put, it's a three-way conundrum. What I'm trying to do, along with my fellow colleagues, is to introduce people to an additional income stream that will help them have money in time for Christmas that could be as much as £1,800, £2,000. It's not unrealistic. They will get help from me and support from the time they start to hopefully the time that they finish. It's not a quick fix. I want to deal with people, or I would prefer to deal with people who are self-motivated, who like a challenge and want to earn some money. They can, and that can be life-changing, either by zeroing their utility bills, going on holiday, paying off debt, buying a new car, whatever the case may be. And again, as I said earlier on to Jane, I'm an advocate of age discrimination. There is nobody at all that is unable to do what I do just because people say they can't because of age. In fact, I know people, and I have two ladies in my team. One is in her 70s and one is approaching 80 years young, who are very proud that they have put in the last 6 months over £8,000 between them when they were told they were too old to do any work of any kind. It is absolutely disgraceful that companies in the UK think like that, and I'm very proud to be their mouthpiece, so to speak, when I try and help other people do the same thing. For me, I was told I was never going to walk. That's what my parents were told back in 1967. I was born in 66, and the doctors in 67 said that I'd never walk because I was born with cerebral palsy. So let it be a lesson. You can't stop someone doing something because they're told they can't. That person is not paying their bills, and therefore to have negativity is huge and should be removed from their lives. You do what you want. I'm not saying what I do is right for you, because everybody has their own path to success. All I do know is that I'm very proud to be a part of Utility Warehouse, and even prouder to have my own travel business. And for me, I will always be delighted to help anybody I can, wherever they are in the world, with their travel, and within the United Kingdom, because sadly I can't help people in the Republic of Ireland yet for their utilities. So thank you very much indeed, everybody, for your time, and I appreciate all the support that Kindred gives me and every member that has done so. Thank you so much indeed.